It's a city where anything like this can happen. So what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted? Founded in 1899, we are so excited to be here at LA's Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Oh my gosh, hello everyone, I'm Dia de. We are celebrating Dia de Los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, unscripted style. Megan Tellis is here with me. Megan, I'm so excited because we get to see you to go from normal everyday to the traditional hair, makeup, and wardrobe of the Dia de los Muertos.
Of the holiday, yes. It dates back 3,000 years, Dana. It started with the Aztec people in Mexico, and let me just tell you, you look absolutely stunning today.
Thank you, muchas gracias.
Sí, mi amor. And you know, there are a lot of people here in Los Angeles who have celebrated, who have been celebrating for so many years. And I have to give some shout outs right here. Yoli over at Casita del Pueblo. This is in Uptown Whittier. She helped us with the jewelry, the wardrobe.
She was amazing.
Oh my gosh. And then her friend, which is now my amiga, Loretta Vampz, hooked us up with these headpieces.
Look at these. Loretta, love them so
And how
much.
about your makeup?
Oh my God, you know what? It's amazing because actually Glamsquad, they come to your house, it's an app. They actually helped me do this sugar skull makeup. It was a Dana Dare. Take a look.
Hi Dana, I'm Angelica from Glamsquad and I dare you to do a Dia de los Muertos makeup.
And Dana, let's get one thing straight. The face paint is not meant to scare anyone.
Right.
It pays homage to our loved ones who have passed away.
Right, exactly. You know, I'm so glad that you've been teaching me all this because until really recently, I thought that Halloween and Dia de los Muertos were the same thing, but now I'm learning it's actually not the same thing. It's not supposed to be scary. It's actually a really significant and meaningful holiday.
Yes, you know, it's celebrated on the first 2 days of November. So November 1st, we celebrate All Saints Day, and that's meant to invite our ancestors right back here, which is home. Then November 2nd is All Souls Day. And here's some background on the holiday and how you decorate. Families, business owners prepare for weeks for the tradition. They put out these really cool ofrendas, or offerings, on the big altars, whether it be at their home or their places of work, with their ancestors' favorite foods, photos. We decorate with this cool stuff called picado de papel, or those paper flags.
Oh, I love those.
That are really colorful, right? And also adorn grave sites and then come together in cemeteries to honor the dead.
Right, and that's exactly why we're here at LA's historic Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Did you know, by the way, Cecil B. DeMille buried here, Wizard of Oz great Judy Garland buried here, our cameraman Nick just told me Toto the dog is even buried here, Mickey Rooney, musician Chris Cornell, all buried right here.
Yes, and in this LA Revealed, we are going to talk to you about how LA's Hollywood Forever Cemetery is the location for the largest Dia de los Muertos celebration in the United States.
Fue porque nunca había pasado en Estados Unidos.
So this is the third biggest in the world, and why it's so important to celebrate here. As Luis said, the first one is in Michoacan, the biggest. The second in Oaxaca, and the third, Hollywood Forever, meaning that third in the world and biggest #1 in the USA.
Luis, how did you get started working with the Dia de los Muertos celebrations here at the Hollywood Cemetery?
Empecé a trabajar casi de un principio, 3 años después.
I began at the very, very beginning working here after I came from Mexico after studying artes plásticas.
You saw the celebration grow from a very small celebration of like a few hundred people to tens of thousands of people. Tell me about that.
Es que no se pensaba porque no estaba.
Mainly because of some people that were working at first, it was pretty much DIY, but then when we realized that it was getting bigger, we started having more specialized people like art directors and stuff.
What it looks like, what it feels like, and what the energy is like on that day.
La energía, sobre todo que yo soy de los...
It's been amazing. It's very, very rewarding to see how it started little by little to becoming something so huge.
What is it about these celebrations that appeal to people so much, that bring in so many people?
Es que el Dia de los Muertos...
It's a celebration for the family. You have food, dance, music, and you can see by the art that it's very expressive, and that's very appealing to people and family.
A Hollywood Forever.
So we look forward to seeing you next year. Every year we bring a new theme, new decorations, new art, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
I love this so much. To me, this reminds me so much of the movie Coco.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, it was a major hit for all cultures, right? It came out in 2017. And did you know that Disney Pixar hired cultural consultants to ensure that they were really accurate? And I love that the movie got so many people talking and then asking the pivotal questions, right, about the holiday. Like, how about the whole skull thing? Well, did you know that they represent lost loved ones? And it is traditional to add colorful paint, jewels, flour, glitter to the face paint. And for a makeup session with meaning, I booked an appointment with Judith Kahlovera Bautista. Take a look. You know, I had to do my hair, but I came in with not a lick of makeup on today because we are fresh-faced getting ready for this grand transformation. When we talk about the colors, when we talk about the jewels, you asked me if I liked glitter, if I was okay with it. My answer was yes, of course. What is your mission? Like, how do you go about it?
I kind of like vibe off of the person that I'm
Okay.
painting, so I mean, I take input from them.
There are no mirrors
There's
involved?
no mirrors, and I usually won't let anybody touch a mirror till we're done. I was 17 when I started, but it's taken a long time to build up to a point where I think I approve of my work. There's so many wonderful materials out there to use. You can use professional makeup, regular grade makeup, and then you can use face painting supplies. It's a really beautiful holiday. It's the warmest holiday that I can think of, to be honest. A day dedicated to honor and remember your ancestors. In my house, we have an altar up all year for my mama, and it's just a really important moment to reflect on what life is and kind of also make peace with the people you've lost. Some of the events that I partake in every year are El Velorio, which is at Plaza de la Raza, hosted by my friend Antonio Pelayo. Los Muertos Uptown in the city of Whittier. And then Hollywood Forever. In recent years, I've started working with my friend Ricardo Soltero, who does all the beautiful paper mache art that goes up in the display. So he makes the paper mache with his crew, and I get to paint it. Okay, we're all done. Ready?
I'm ready. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I love the color choices.
Yeah?
Orange and red. And if people are watching right now going, wait a minute, we want to pay homage to the culture as well, where can they find you?
Oh, well, the best place to find me is on Instagram under the name Kahloveras. And also my website, you can do www.kahlovera.com.
Elbows, mwah, two, mwah, besos to everyone watching, and happy Dia de los Muertos.
I love every part about this holiday.
Yeah.
I love that the colors are so vibrant. I'm seeing a ton of marigolds.
Oh my gosh, they're orange, they're gorgeous, and they have this really distinct smell.
They do.
And it is said that the smell, if you put them all along the altars, is supposed to attract the souls to the altar so that they can celebrate with their family members. By the way, they're called Flor de Muerto because it's flower of the dead.
Wow! We have so much more to go as LA Unscripted celebrates Dia de los Muertos at Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. celebration in a cemetery. Hello, everyone. I'm Dana Devin, and we are honoring and celebrating Dia de los Muertos.
That's right, better known as Day of the Dead here in the United States. And I can tell you this, it is celebrated every November 1st and 2nd. It's a time to reunite, to remember, to respect our loved ones who have passed on to the other side.
You know, I didn't know that families actually spend weeks creating their ofrendas, right?
Right, the altars and the ofrendas are the offerings on the altars.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they go to the gravesite and they bring gifts, marigolds, like we've talked about, even sugar skulls.
Yes, and we call those calaveras. Also, the marigolds that you're talking about, they have a really rich smell.
Yes.
We call them flor de muerto, or the flower of the dead.
And the art, you know, these larger than life skeletons, they're sometimes made from paper or clay.
Or
Paper mache.
Ricardo Soltero of Southgate takes me to his backyard, and I want to know, can you handle it?
We laugh about death. We don't take death very seriously. Because it's part of our culture. We're not afraid of to die.
You felt like you had to bring her to life in your backyard? You want a little Maria with you all the time?
to bring her after life.
All right, as I look around, Ricardo, I see all different versions of La Catrina. Who is she and what does she represent?
La Catrina was a character created by Jose Guadalupe Posada back in the last century in Mexico. And it was a satire about the Mexican society. He started making these funny stories on Sunday paper about the society. The ladies, especially with or brown skin, painting their faces with the white powder. They're very dolled up and beautiful, and they became part of the Day of the Dead celebration. La Catrina usually is dressed up like in a French 19th century outfit with a stole and a big hat. But I tried to give them different looks inspired by the embroidery of the Mexican artisans. They're very zazzy, they're very daring.
A lot more people recently seem to be celebrating Dia de los Muertos, whether they're Mexican, Mexican-American, or not. Why do you think that is?
After the movie Coco, it became even more popular. We've found out that the creators of Coco were inspired by our work, because every year we include a theme to Day of the Dead in Hollywood Forever. And all those themes that we had celebrated in the past, they were all together in the movie. At the last of the film, on the credits, it is a big thank you for Hollywood Forever, which includes me, of course, right? They got inspired by our celebration.
What is the mission behind your work?
That's a tough question, because I don't do it as a mission. It's more a passion. I have created my own technique on the pieces that I'm very proud of. As you can see, it's kind of hard to tell this paper.
Yeah.
And they can be on any weather and nothing will happen to them. Paper mache, once it gets wet, it dissolves. It's paper.
So how did you come up with that?
It's my secret.
I like the ones with the pigtails. She's cute.
That's a rancherita. That's not her body. Her body is a little bit bigger, but well, this is how they start. I put whatever I find handy, like pieces of foam. She's gonna have a very puffy material skirt. That's
And you add her head later?
Yes, and the arms hang from these wires.
And it takes your breath away, Ricardo. Your work is
so
breathtaking.
Thank you so much.
Do you get that reaction from a lot of people?
A lot of people don't know me, so I feel very proud, but also they don't know who I am. I'm so proud of that people from other races also are taking our celebration in their own way to being a very colorful and a celebration of life for our people that is no longer with us.
I mean, Dana, Ricardo, and all of his ladies.
That backyard was amazing.
Stunning,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yes. And while so many people are missing out on celebrating Dia de los Muertos this year because #COVID-19, don't worry, go online and you can get all the information about this holiday.
That's right. And you can also take a look right now at Hollywood Forever's online event. Okay, so Dia de los Muertos is all about connection, and I have to say social media really does help. Technology helps, and so does food.
Oh, and when it comes to you, sweets, which is why, is that a sugar fina box behind you?
You know it is.
Literally
I love
brings it
this.
to set.
I ate this entire box in one sitting.
Not a lie.
Now something sweet in tonight's LA Unscripted swag bag. Talk about Insta amazing at Lily Love 213 designing her entire Dia de los Muertos look out of sugar fina sweet trees. Check out the classic champagne bears topping the candy crown. We're obsessed with fructose fun, so we had to have the saccharin delivered to the set.
But you know what else is sweet? Meeting the matriarch of Megan's family.
Oh no, are you talking about mi abuelita Lolita,
Yes, I
AKA
am.
Grandma Lola? I'm telling you guys, to know Lola is to love Lola. She has become so adored online, and coming up, I'm going to introduce you to her admiration, I guess I could say, to her favorite woman, better known as Frida Kahlo.
Don't go anywhere. Our Dia de los Muertos celebration from Hollywood Forever Cemetery will be back before we can eat everything in this box.
Are you gonna share?
Stay with us. No.
Compartido los momentos que fuimos feliz.
Welcome back, everyone. We are celebrating the Day of the Dead here at the iconic LA landmark, Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Speaking of history, where is your family from?
Different parts of Mexico, Chihuahua, Aguascalientes, to be really specific. And then when it comes to my grandma Lola, we're actually a fourth-generation family here in Los Angeles. She was a farm worker in La Puente, so the greater Los Angeles area. She is definitely who I got my mama mentality from. So I thought, who better to take with me to get crowned up? All right, Grandma, I know you love you some Uptown Whittier, so I brought you here today. Casita del Pueblo is an awesome cultural boutique. They host every year a big Dia de los Muertos celebration. I want to bring you, but you need to have your makeup and your clothes professionally done. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Can you make me look like Frida?
Of course. Whatever
I
Lola
would love
wants,
that.
Lola gets. Let's go transform.
You're like an altar, so you're honoring, Dia de los Muertos and the person that died. With the art in your face, the art in your hair, what you're wearing, whether it's someone, your loved one, or an idol like Frida Kahlo. I love Frida because she was an artist and she went through a lot of pain and she didn't care what was going on, she still did her art. Pain is beauty and she drew it on art. I think you should do like red, gold, and like pinks. I get inspired by my culture. I'm Mexican, so I love like the whole history of Dia de los Muertos. To remember when someone passes away and you just celebrate it, every year, like they're still here, because a lot of people do forget the dead. The day I pass, I don't want to be forgotten. One of my friend's daughters, she's 16, and she died of cancer a week ago. I'm a cancer survivor, so I really feel very, it hurts me when I hear stuff about cancer. And so her name is Caitlin Marie. So I'm celebrating, I'm doing a tribute to her for Dia de los Muertos. So I made a headpiece that you'll be wearing today. It's because she loved music and sunflowers and butterflies. So I made this especially for Caitlin Marie. Rest in peace. Love you, we'll never forget you.
Do you want me to do the teal on the butterfly, or do you want me to do the teal on the eye?
I made the headpiece out of a mariachi hat. I cut it in half and I made a piece, and then I add music tones, and I add real marigolds. I'm about detail, so I use so many different things. It doesn't matter. It takes me like 4 to 6 hours, or if it's a big one, it could take me a whole day. My dad's from Guadalajara, my mom's from Zacatecas. My dad was a big fan of Pedro Infante, Joven Negrete. We would watch movies of Pedro Infante all day and music. So that's how my dad was, actually very creative. So I guess, they say it's in the blood. So I feel like my art came from him. To me, when I design, it's like never lose the culture. You can twist it, you can change it, you can add to it, leave the root, never lose the root.
All right, Grandma, it's the big reveal. You look stunning. Loretta, what do you think?
Oh my God, beautiful dedication to Caitlin Marie.
She's gonna be in this outfit
You
for
look
forever.
great.
Strong women forever, elbows
Strong
in, ladies.
women forever, and never forget the dead.
There you go. Okay, and one fun story about Loretta. I went to pick up these headpieces, and I said, Loretta, just go pretty small. Go small, because we're gonna be on camera for a long time. She goes, okay, no problem. She sends these
This is small.
This falls off your head. She also made these for us.
You guys, thank you so much for respectfully celebrating Dia de los Muertos with us. We are so lucky to have Hollywood Forever Cemetery here in our community. When it is safe to reopen, there will be tours. You can come see the beauty of the surroundings here. But for now, we're gonna sign off from LA Unscripted.
Can we go explore?
Yes, we're gonna go explore. Happy Dia de los Muertos, everyone.
2021, we're going even bigger.
That's right. And now you can take a look at Hollywood Forever's online event. Wait, we're coming.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.